Hi, I'm Sandy from Los Angeles. Please like and subscribe. When I was born, Mom almost screamed with joy at the sight of me.
Oh, thank God she's beautiful. It would have been so embarrassing if I had an ugly daughter. Here, take her.
She handed me to the nurse while a team of stylists swooped in to make her camera ready. See, my mom was a really famous actress, and she thrived on her fame. When she walked out of the hospital, she stood on the stairs and lifted me up, and the crowd waiting for her went wild.
What was I, freaking royalty?
My childhood was just about moving with Mom all over the world, wherever her next movie was. I couldn't even join school and always had a tutor. And I discovered something really soon. I hated the attention as much as she loved it. Once I was 6, Mom took me to her movie premiere, and I hated all the cameras and the screaming fans. After the movie, Mom was speaking at a press conference when she suddenly turned to me.
My daughter absolutely loved it. Come on, honey, tell them.
When I saw all the cameras pointed at me, I suddenly felt really sick. I wanted to say something nice, but instead, I just threw up all over Mom. It was a big joke all over the news. A picture of me puking on Mom with the headlines, "What baby Sandy thinks of her mom's new movie." She was mad at me for days. After that, she hardly took me to any events, and I was so happy. One time when I was 11, Mom came and told me that the producers are offering her roles to be a mother in the movies, and that made her furious that they thought she was too old, and she got into a deep depression. The next day, Mom jumped on my bed. She looked super excited as she told me that a really big Hollywood producer had moved in next door.
He's got a daughter your age, Sandy. You're going to be her best friend so I can get close to him and he can offer me some fantastic role.
Before I knew it, she was marching me over to the neighbors. She rang the doorbell and hid behind the bushes. A pretty girl opened the door and I started to speak, but she put her hand up. No, stop. I don't talk to just anybody. Who are your parents? Anyone famous? When I told her about Mom, she wrinkled her nose. She's kind of old news, but I guess we can be friends. Whatever, follow me. I really didn't wanna, but with Mom signaling like crazy, I went inside. It turned out Christine wasn't all that bad, and we actually became good friends. Also, her dad did end up offering Mom a movie role, and she was ecstatic. We soon started school together, and when we walked in on the first day, we were suddenly surrounded by a swarm of boys telling us how pretty we were. Christine and I soon rose to the rank of most popular girls, and everyone wanted to be friends with us. I hadn't expected this sort of attention in school at all, and I was enjoying it. The only thing that bothered me was that Christine could be really mean sometimes. She'd mock people and make fun of them, and I didn't like it at all. But for some reason, I never said anything. I just didn't know how to react at that moment. In 8th grade, a girl named Nicole joined our class, and I could tell that she wasn't as well off as the other kids here. Later in the cafeteria, I saw her walking toward our table and I smiled at her. But Christine suddenly knocked over her juice. "Oh, Nicole, don't just stand there. Clean this mess up." What? I don't work here. "Oh, I'm sorry. I got confused because your clothes look like a janitor's." As all the girls laughed, I stared at Christine in shock. "Wait, she was just kidding, Nicole. Come sit with us, please." "Ew, what's wrong with you, Sandy? Can't you tell she's not in our league? Just look at how she's dressed. And who knows how often poor people even shower? What if she has lice?" "That's enough, Christine!" And then suddenly, I slapped her. Are you crazy? Do you realize what you've just done?" "Yeah, I should have done it a while ago. You're an awful, nasty, shallow person, Christine, and I'm done being friends with you." "Oh, you're really gonna regret this." And with that, she stormed off with her friends. Nicole turned to me and said, "Thank you for standing up for me, even though we're not friends. Hey, from now on, you can count on me as one." And when I got home, Mom was waiting for me, completely hysterical.
"Christine's dad just called to say that all my movie contracts are canceled."
"Why would you slap Christine? Are you insane, Sandy?"
"Go apologize to her right now."
"No, Mom, I can't be friends with her anymore. She was horrible to this girl just because she's not as rich as—"
"And why is that your problem? Who are you, Batman? Robin Hood? You're gonna ruin my career because you want to be a hero, hun? You're so selfish."
"Really? Well, I guess I learned that from you, Mom." I stormed off to my room and slammed the door shut. Mom could be angry at me all she wanted. I actually felt relieved ending things with Christine. Nicole and I grew close, and we hung out all the time at school, and even at home. But Mom just wasn't talking to me, and she rudely walked off every time Nicole was over. She could be such a jerk. But one day, Mom finally broke her silence because she couldn't hold back her news.
"I'm receiving a freaking Emmy nomination for my last role. You know, the one before you ruined my rising career. Oh, this'll be so great for me. Everyone wants to cast an award-winning actress."
She was dancing around excitedly when suddenly she slipped on something and landed hard on her butt. She screamed like a banshee as I called an ambulance. The doctor said she'd hurt her hip bone and would have to stay in bed for 2 weeks.
What? Oh no, I can't! I can't miss the Emmys!
Suddenly she turned to me.
Of course, you'll represent me. Thank God you're pretty like me, and you'll have to deliver the speech on my behalf in case I win.
I was horrified. The last thing I ever wanted to do was to speak in public. But Mom wasn't really giving me a choice.
Maybe she wouldn't win. Fingers crossed.
I invited Nicole to the event, and it was fun to get all dressed up and go in a limo. But as soon as we stepped out, a swarm of journalists surrounded me.
You're Jennifer's daughter, right? Wow, you're more beautiful than your mom.
When will we see you in a movie, Sandy? As I tried to walk past them into the building, I suddenly saw a snotty-looking woman holding back Nicole. Who are you, and who invited you? Hey, she's my guest. Check your list. I sent you her name. She found Nicole's name, but then she said, Fine, she can go, but you should have told your friend not to dress in such shabby clothes. This is a fancy event for elegant people, not just anybody off the streets.
What?
I was so furious. I was about to attack her, but Nicole held me back. Don't, Sandy. Let's not make a scene. Let's just go in. But I was fuming with anger all evening. And then to make matters worse, Mom did win the frickin' Emmy, and I had to make this speech. Oh my God! Was this actually happening? Nicole pressed my hand reassuringly, but my legs were trembling as I walked onto the stage. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sandy. Here to take the award for, yes, Mom. My throat was drying up, and I was sweating like crazy. And before I knew it, I'd thrown up on stage, on national television. Mom was beyond furious. She was acting like I ruined her golden moment on purpose. And worse, I was now a laughingstock at school. Christine, especially, was having a glorious time. Look who's here. It's the puke machine. You made my day, Sandy. It's not like your mom even deserved that award. She was a loser till my amazing dad gave her another chance. Better stay out of my way, Christine, because your face makes me really sick. I might puke on you any second. I pretended to gag, and she shrieked and ran off. I'd hardly lived down the Emmy disaster when one morning, I heard Mom screaming, and I ran down to find her sitting on the floor, hugging a newspaper and weeping. Mom, what happened?
Look at this.
It was a picture of Mom at home, walking around on crutches without any makeup. The headline said, The True Face of Jennifer, a tired, faded old woman. Mom, I'm really sorry someone wrote this. Suddenly, she turned to me with crazy eyes.
It's you. You sent the newspaper my pictures.
What? Why would I do that?
Oh, why did you throw up at my premiere and the Emmys?
Why did you end things with Christine?
It's because you've always hated my career and my fame, and all you've done is try to ruin it.
Mom, you're completely crazy. How can you even think that about me?
Why else would anyone do this? And you're the only one who could have taken these pictures.
As Mom walked away angrily, I couldn't help thinking there was only one person who could. Not Christine. She'd been out of town for the past 2 weeks. It could only be Nicole. Nicole looked shocked when I confronted her in school the next day, and suddenly, she burst into tears.
How could you think that, Sandy? I would never do such a thing.
Go ahead. See my phone. See if there are any photos. Nicole was so upset. I felt terrible for accusing her. I told her I didn't need to check her phone and that I was sorry. But then it just had to be Christine. Maybe she sent one of her minions to spy on my mom.
Oh, hello, bestie. It's so good to see you again.
Hun, who are you talking to? Psycho?
Why, Nicole, of course. Didn't she tell you how close we've become over the past couple of weeks?
Shut up, Christine.
Oh, yeah, we've been texting a lot. And there are some really fun pictures Nicole sent me. I wanted revenge on you, Sandy, and this dummy made it so easy.
Christine showed us her phone, and I stared at the screen in horror. Those were Mom's pictures. Nicole did that and also lied about it. Why would you do that? And for Christine of all people. Nicole looked at me, her eyes blazing. I didn't do this for Christine. I did it for me. You think I'm too blind to see what your mom thinks of me? She's no different from that woman at the Emmys, or anyone at the school. I'm here on a scholarship, and I earned my spot here. You were all born with money and didn't do anything, yet you look down on me. I can't believe this. I never looked down on you. I loved you and trusted you, but you took all your anger out on the wrong person. I know Mom didn't treat you well, but hurting her is hurting me, and you chose to hurt me, Nicole. Please don't talk to me again. I got up and walked away. A couple of weeks later, I was at the door of the girls' bathroom when I suddenly heard screaming from inside. It was Nicole and Christine. Give my books back, Christine! They're so expensive! Don't you dare throw them in the toilet!
Oh, I will dare. I'll rip them in front of your eyes and flush them. If you don't steal the exam from the teacher's office and put it in Sandy's locker.
I'm not doing that. I never even meant to hurt Sandy. Just give me my stuff back. Just then, Christine ripped Nicole's book and Nicole attacked her. As the two fought like crazy, I was about to call the principal when I found her walking down the hallway. She heard the screams and pulled the two apart, dragging them both out into the corridor. This is completely unacceptable behavior. You're both suspended. Wait, ma'am, I think you should see this. And with that, I showed her the video I'd made of the two on my phone. When the principal saw how Christine was bullying Nicole, she immediately expelled her in front of everyone. As Christine stormed off angrily behind the principal, Nicole turned to me. You came to my rescue. Again. Sandy, I'm so sorry I let my resentment get the better of me. What I did was pathetic. I hurt the best friend I could ever have. Please, please forgive me. Can we possibly start over? I hugged her and forgave her. And now, we're best friends again.